They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. That was designed fast for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
All right, let's clap it up. We back at it again, y'all. We back at it again. Can you lower that camera just a little bit? No, I ain't the tallest in the world. I ain't the tallest in the world, Craig. I mean, you got me. That was good. Just a little. You can lift it up just a little bit more. A little bit. Lift it up just a little bit. Yeah, right there. That's cool. That's cool. Right there. About the water. Y'all already know what it is, man. Let's type it up. You know what I mean? We back at it again with another one. It's Wednesday, the biblical law class. You already know what it is, man. It's the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. If you ain't know what the I.S.U.P.K. means, it means the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We've been teaching the truth since 1969. We are under Commander General YAHANNA. We are here to teach every so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, man and woman and child the truth of this Bible. All right, that the 12 tribes of Israel is us. Right. That this Bible is for us. The Lord want us to come back to Him and Him only. You understand? And we're gonna be breaking down these laws tonight, man. We're gonna be bringing up, man, is voting the solution for us. I mean, everybody was going crazy about over this whole voting, this whole election that went down yesterday, because now a lot of people is afraid of what Donald Trump is doing to America. A lot of people is afraid of the future, and given so, they should be afraid. They should be afraid because these people are not fit to lead. They're not fit to lead, man. They're cruel. They're animals, right? And we're gonna bring it all through the scriptures. We're gonna go through all the scriptures. We're gonna go through these scriptures, man, and we're just gonna talk about it all, man. We're gonna talk about these pastors. A pastor got outed by one of his victims recently, man. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk more. We're gonna dig more into Donald Trump, all right. And we're gonna talk about Officer Tatum, man. We're gonna talk about people like Officer Tatum, all right. And we're gonna speak about this whole thing with relationships. And this all falls under the topic is voting the solution for Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. If we could, can I get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6? Tell you why we're getting this scripture right here, man. Every class we pull this scripture up because this is a scripture that should be embedded in your head. It should be embedded in your children's head. This is the building blocks of getting your identity back. These white people, these other nations of people work hard to keep us at a low state. Because when we at a low state, you can do whatever you want to do with us. You want to get money to fund your wars? Give us crack cocaine. Give us crack cocaine. You don't believe me? Go back in the 70s and the 80s archives of the CIA and see, look at the FBI files and see the operations that they was performing. The information is all out there. They say you want to hide something from us, you put it in a book, or you can just put it in some files. And that's is proven that if you want if you want to prosper, you utilize Black and brown people. Just keep us low, keep us at a low state. Read what you got.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
For thou art an holy people.
It said, read it one more time.
For thou art an holy people.
The Most High said that we are holy people. What does it mean to be holy? Let's go to the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. All right, let's go there. And I'm gonna show you what it means to be holy. I know your whole life you heard that term holy, and you thought something of a white man being on a cross. You thought about this whole utopia of God loving everybody. But what you need to understand is God is only dealing with the nation of Israel, and it's all throughout the Bible. You know, we call it cult, Abad, because we don't go with the status quo. We don't go with what the world say that we should go with, and that's loving white people. If we say we love white people, guess what? We would be labeled as a love group. But because we say to hell with the white man, and we hold him accountable for his crimes that he have committed against us and just humanity at a whole, we're viewed as a cult. We're viewed as evil individuals because we stand up for what is right. We stand up for righteousness. Read what you got, brother.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26.
All right.
And ye shall be holy unto me.
It said, ye shall be holy unto who?
Me.
Unto the Lord. Go ahead.
Come. For I, the Lord, am holy.
I, the Lord, is holy. Now let's break this down. Holy means to be separate. All right. The Lord is only one God that has all the power. Right. The Lord is holy. Keep going.
And have severed you from other people.
he said he have severed us, meaning that he had cut us off from other people. This is in the Bible. You want to know why your pastor don't go to the Old Testament? Because the Old Testament is brutal truth. Read it from the top again.
And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people.
He have what?
And have severed you from other people.
Joined together.
And have severed you from other people.
He took two sticks and put some string around it. Say it one more time.
And have severed you from other people.
What does sever mean? It means to cut off. When we go into the scriptures and we actually read the Bible, put away the songs and the dance. We done sung and danced for too damn long. That's why you see brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, we masculine, we soldiers, we warriors.
Right.
We are seen as people that you don't want to, mess with, because we're angry due to righteousness.
Right.
The Lord said a righteous man, when he's oppressed, man, he's going to be angry. Oppression makes a wise man mad. So hell yeah, we're going to go out on the street corners and we're going to teach. And we're going to, depending on the spirit of that city, is going to be depend on how we teach that class. When I'm in Philly, I know that so many people have these big egos. So I'm going to crush your ego. You think that you so big, bad, and tough. You so bad. You're the most. You're the baddest joint on the block. Okay, then why your kid is shooting up the school? Your kid is shooting the let out is being shot up because of your kid. You can't keep a man in that house. You beat on your woman, but you got some nerve to have this big old ego. Your son is walking around being a homosexual. Your daughter is a homosexual. You failed them. You failed. So we go out and we teach and we show you what you wrong, where you err at, and we're going to show you how to correct it, because that's what God said to do. Read it one more time.
Yes, sir. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people.
Yeah, severed us from other people. That's a righteous thing. Let me tell you what happens when we separate ourselves. Because here now, I give a prime example. Because us in the I.S.U.P.K, we separate ourselves from white people. We separate ourselves from Africans, Arabs, all these other races of people, right? And we stick with us. You want to know what happened? We love one another more. We have a deep forgiveness for one another, right? We have stopped wars from happening in the streets. It's brothers that came into the school that at one point in time, they would have to unalive each other off a code that they used to live by. And they came in here and they learned that they was brothers. See, in these religions, especially that Islam, you can have love for your brother because your love got to go towards a Muslim more than your brother. You see how evil that is? The Lord said, I have severed you from every other nation of people. I cut you off from the Arabs. I cut you off from the Africans. I cut you off from the white man so that you can be strong. Now let's go back to Deuteronomy 7:6.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Yeah.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people.
A what?
A special people.
A special people.
Unto himself.
Unto himself. Now, this is the Lord talking to Israel. This ain't the Lord talking to the whole world. Understand context. What is going on at this time in the Bible? We got out of Egypt, and Moses, we going into the land. I believe we was in the land by this time. No, we wasn't. Yeah. So that's towards like the end of the Deuteronomy. So Moses had to keep teaching us and teaching us and teaching us and teaching us. so that we can understand the importance of being righteous. Now, let me give you a prime example of why the Christian church is wrong, and the Muslim mosque and the Catholic church, all these religions is wrong in how they teach you. Because when you look at these laws, statutes, commands in the Bible, it's perfect. Give you a prime example. My kids would never see me sell drugs. They would never see me get high. Now imagine if I'm weak and I feel as though that I can, God knows my heart. Now I'm gonna smoke this weed. Now I'm gonna go sell this dope. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go unalive. God knows my heart. He know why I gotta go kill this mother effer. Because he killed my homeboy. I gotta spend on him. I gotta do it. If I don't do it, I'm gonna look like a coward out here. Right? That's what most people feel like in the world. A lot of Muslims feel that way. A lot of Christians feel that way. A lot of Catholics. A lot of people that believe in these false gods believe that way. That they don't have to be perfect, that they don't have to keep God's commandments. But the perfecting of keeping God's commandments, guess what? You're going to pick a right husband. You're going to pick a good wife. You're going to be able to teach your kids by example. You want to show your kids by example. One thing I don't understand is, like, as a parent, how can you smoke weed? The kids know you smoke weed. The kids know you sell drugs. They see you having the money, right? The kids see your kids see you having sex with all these women. You having sex with all the hoes, or your sister, you having sex with all these men. You walk around looking like you selling it. What do you think your kids is going to develop? They're going to develop the same actions of you. But the thing is, the next generation always does it when it's something bad, they do it worse. This is am I lying? Think about the drug dealers back in the day. Remember, the street code was you don't involve the kids. You don't involve the family. We don't sell drugs this way. We don't sell drugs to kids. And it was certain codes. Oh, you don't rat. They glorifying people that tell. Rats is being glorified, right? It doesn't matter if you shoot some innocent bystander. There's no penalty behind that. You're okay with that. You get what I'm saying? When you lead down the road of sin, is going to cause more damage. It's going to cause more damage. We look. That's why I'm asking: is voting going to give us? Is voting the solution? Yeah, I understand. A lot of people need their health care. A lot of people need government assistance. Right? I understand. People are tired of the prices going up. Right? You don't even want to go buy a house right now because the housing market all jacked up. Right? I understand that we are nervous because ICE can detain us. But here's the thing. Yeah, voting for that politician could alleviate, you know what I'm saying? Certain tensions, and you might get certain benefits, but the solution that we need as a people is God. It doesn't matter who's in office. We need to be able to stick together. Because I'm going to tell you like this. You think the Chinese is going through it? The Chinese not going through it. Do you see ICE going in a community? No. Because ICE know not to deal with them. Because they have power. You understand what I'm saying? And when we realize our power, then that's when things going to change.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? When we start loving one another, that's when things going to change. I remember when ICE started harassing the Hispanics. You had all these black people talking about, yeah, don't call us now. That's y'all problem. That's not ours. And everybody, even Hispanics, told them, you think that you ain't next? What you think? You're American? You think that you equal in their eyes? They hate you just as much as they hate us. Now look at us. Black people is being hunted down. I seen somebody get choke slammed. You ever seen Big Show? Yo, watch WWF? When Big Show would pick you up by your neck and slam you down on your back. I have seen black people get treated like a bag of ice, the same way Hispanics is, man. You better wake the hell up, man. God said that we are a chosen people. We are chosen people, man. We are a people that God chose thousands of years ago to represent him on the face of the earth.
Right.
Read that verse one more time.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, 7 and verse 6.
Uh-huh.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Yeah.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself,
Uh-huh.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
It said, read it, that last part one more time.
Above all people.
Above who?
All people.
Above who?
All people.
We supposed to be running this world. We supposed to be the one in rulership. Let a black, Hispanic, Native American be in rulership. I guarantee you, what we go through in America wouldn't even be a thing. You know that they chop down female producing fruit trees in America so that you won't be able to just go up to a tree and just gather your own fruit. They put certain laws down so that you can't just have your own livestock. You got to pay certain licenses and you got to go under. You're a farmer. You know what happened to black farmers? You know what happened to black farmers on a regular? The USDA, the agriculture department oppresses them. It was a couple years ago, they came out saying, yo, man, they gave us these seeds. So you got to, all the seeds that you reap from your, like, you can't just grow any type of food that you want to grow. You got to grow what they tell you to grow, right? So now these black farmers, they already being undermined, they getting outbidded, so they ain't really able to make the money that they really want to. It's a struggle. So they get these seeds and they realize, like, they was like, yo, man, why my stuff ain't growing? Y'all gave us these seeds and they giving them the runaround. Well, black people came together and took it to a lab and they said, yo, this is not a seed. This is a dud. This ain't no real seed. So what's happening in America, right, is to show you that this is not the place of our rest. You know what that said in Micah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's get Micah 2 and 10. Hey, if y'all got any statements, any questions, man, type your questions below. All right, type your questions in below. Type your questions in below. You can read it when you have it.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
This is not your rest, man. Read it from the top one more time.
Arise ye.
Arise, man. Wake up. Get up. Realize that it's time to wake up. See that this place is not the place where we can sit back and just be like, yeah, life is good, you know. Nah, you always gotta be on your P's and Q's.
Come.
Like, you don't understand. Like, I remember like coming into the school and understanding a man's real position, man. I became like everybody's security guard down there. Like, it's to the point I couldn't even go out for a minute because I'd be watching everybody. You get what I'm saying? Because I know, like, I gotta watch myself around wherever I'm at. I gotta protect the people that I'm with, and I also understand that any day this whole planet is going to be turned over to Christ.
Right.
All these things is happening. Don't get it misconstrued. Understand that this is the Lord allowing all of this to happen. This is the Lord allowing all of these things to happen. Because what the Lord is showing black and brown people is that you see how Donald Trump is running this play that he's running? You see the power that he feel like he has? It can get a lot worse.
Right.
It can get a lot worse. And black and brown people are starting to wake up more and more like, damn. But see, the problem is we starting to feel that whip. We starting to understand that hatred. but we still running back to the politicians. And that's the problem. Again, I understand people like voting, having certain politicians in office. Yes, you can have certain bills passed when it comes to, healthcare, certain assistance and things like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't get it wrong. Politicians does have certain levels of power to be able to make life a little bit easier. But that doesn't mean that now we just put our trust and love into America. You get what I'm saying? The Lord said, man, don't put no king over you, man. I didn't choose you to go pick that king, so you don't do it. But our people, they do it unknowingly. Unknowing, the scripture says not to go and vote. You get what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I first found that out, I said, dang. See, I always knew it felt weird going out to go vote. You know what I mean? Because I don't trust no politician. I used to think everybody was Illuminati. I like, yeah, they're Illuminati. You know what I mean? The all-seeing eye, but that's what I used to think. I thought everybody was wicked. I thought everybody drunk kids' blood and, was all gay and they all went to Diddy parties. I thought that for the longest. That's how I even came into anything of consciousness because of the music industry I bought. I was watching YouTube videos, getting high, just like everybody else. You understand? And but to get back, this is not the place of our rest, man. Right. All right, this is not the place of our rest. The Lord told you, man, to arise, man, to get your mind right. You understand? Give me Job 40:7. Give me Job 40:7. All right, we're gonna go through these scriptures, man. We're gonna be running through them. You understand? If y'all got any questions, man, type it in the comment section. You understand? Don't be afraid to talk. You know what I mean? We damn sure ain't afraid to answer your questions. This whole voting process, man, and just the whole political world is up in flames. We already know the government is shut down. One side saying that it's the other side fault. The other side is saying it's their fault. You understand? I don't believe none of them. Now, I kind of believe that Donald Trump really don't want those files to come out. You understand? But I'm also like, it got to be some Democrats that don't want them files to come out. And we don't know. Listen, if Donald Trump can be a tyrant and be a a-hole the way how he is already, what's stopping him from going to Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, and saying, listen, all those records that you got, you better make sure that you take my name out of all of those scriptures. I mean, all of those documents. You understand? Like, I don't care. Anytime you see my name, put Joe Biden's name on it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised. You understand? But again, these things, man, these things is happening. You understand? Donald Trump is on a war path. I think that he is definitely going to see now. All right, he's definitely going to see now. There's certain things that he's doing that I'm just like, dog. Like, how many times you going to get an evaluation? You know what I mean? Evaluation. This dude done got. Well, he's like 79 years old. And I'm gonna say this about Trump supporters, right? Trump supporters is stupid. I'm gonna tell you why they stupid, and this is why God said never to trust your enemies, right? These people, America thrive off of black and brown labor. We will work the smallest jobs that make billionaires richer, right? Black people are the main ones black and brown people are the main ones working in fast food industries, right? Working in the restaurant industries. And every industry that builds up companies, millions and billions of dollars a year, is black and brown people involved with it, right? Especially agriculture. Right. Okay? So these white people, a lot of farmers, they're crying right now to Donald Trump. And this is why I say voting is not the solution. These white people went and voted for Donald Trump. They boasted that they wanted Donald Trump to win. But they own a farm. they have nothing but Hispanic workers. And they already know that Donald Trump is going to round up as many Hispanics as he can because he's a lunatic. He's a damn devil. And Hispanic left those plantations. So they lost money there. Then some of the way that they was able to make money, Donald Trump gave that to Argentina. He gave it to Argentina. He gave $40 billion to Argentina to bail them out. You want to know why? Because Donald Trump feel as though that, well, why use y'all beef when I can use Argentina beef? So now he's getting beef from Argentina. Cut out the cattle farmers, right? Cut out the soybean farmers, right? Because Brazil was able to sell to China. And that's why Donald Trump went over to China to try to act like he was going to strong arm China. China was like, hey, Trump, you don't got the cards. I don't know who you think you is. You know what I'm saying? You putting terrorists on us. You talking crazy over there. And Donald Trump, and I'm going to tell you another thing. Donald Trump is a coward. Because Donald Trump chest be pumped up over here in America, especially to people that he know that he can do it too. Like he know that he can manipulate the Republican Party. He know that he can abuse Democrats. He knows that he can abuse black and brown people. He went over to China. He was all teeth and palms. That president over there in China was just looking at him like, you's a sucker. What was all that you was talking about? You get what I'm saying? And Donald Trump was over there nervous. He was like, yeah, I hope that he'll make a good deal. Like, he ain't pop none of that. He ain't say none of that. You want to know why? Because he know that China has the power to destroy him. He has the power to destroy him. And this is another thing. And this is to show you how much these people hate us, right? How deep the hatred is and the reason. Hold Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, right? We're going to go into the Apocrypha for a minute. To show you how much these people hate us. You would think that Republicans will want to win votes come midterms, right? Come yesterday, what came yesterday, right? But they all are in allegiance with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is destroying his country. He's destroying it, right? These politicians know that Donald Trump is abusing the American people, especially black and brown people, right? These politicians know that his dictator ways is going to destroy their chances of being reelected and being able to hold primary seats in the Congress, in the Senate, and in the House. You get what I'm saying? But again, he's so much the devil, he has to display his dominance. He has to show his hatred. And this is another reason why I don't understand how black and brown people can ever side with him. Like, you so much of a coward. You so much of a woodland creature. Like Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum tap dance for white people. Turning Point, the organization that Charlie Kirk was in. He advocated so much. I mean, he was spit signing shoes if he could. The funeral and the memorial, he wasn't invited to either one. And he was heartbroken. He was ready to cry on camera. I can't believe, I was the biggest advocate. You know, I'm out here on these YouTube streets going against everybody that's going against Charlie Kirk, and I didn't get an invite. I wonder why. Because America really hates us to the point where they will ruin their chances of being reelected. They will literally crash people's health care. You know that Donald Trump was told by federal judges that he had to give at least half of the SNAP benefits to American citizens. He said, okay, no problem. Now the lie was, we didn't know how to do it, but if you just show us how to do it, we don't have no problem. Boom. So now here comes the day that they supposed to come out, right? Donald Trump then goes on Twitter and says, well, until the goddamn government open back up again, I'm not giving y'all a damn dime. Mind you, his people in his party is literally on a press conference. They said, well, Donald Trump said that ain't nobody going to be able to get anything. That's not true. We're going to give, like, they are at odds with each other. And just because that hatred, like, they hate black women. America hates black and brown women. They hate them. I seen a white woman on TV doing blackface. She was on social media doing blackface. And for the love of me, it's like, why are you doing? What is your point of doing blackface? What is your point of doing blackface? Like, I don't get it. Like, 9 out of 10, you wouldn't do it in front of a black woman, especially in front of some black women that don't mind to go to jail. You get what I'm saying? But like, what is the point of you doing this blackface? You understand? You doing blackface. You're trying to disrespect black and brown people. But whole time, black women look better than you. You get what I'm saying? Like, by the time she hit that 30 mark, she gonna need to get Botox. Black women don't need to get Botox. Black women age like fine wine. I lie to you not. Hispanic women age like fine wine. A white woman, when she hits 27, she start getting crow feet. She start getting gray hair. You understand what I'm saying? She started looking like she had a hard life. And you be like, dang, you only 27? It'd be a 40-year-old woman, black woman, just looking at her like, damn, girl, you need to stop stressing so much. She want to talk about black women. They hate us so much that they don't mind looking like an idiot in front of millions of people. They don't mind spewing hate. They don't mind their country falling. Like, Donald Trump is destroying this country. I pray everybody understand that. Like, Donald Trump is destroying this country, especially the reputation of this country. Like, he's destroying it so bad that it's like he goes on. It's times he went on social media and just said things that didn't make sense. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? You get what I'm saying? For black and brown people, this information that we about to bring up in the Bible is for you. Go ahead, read what you got.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
It said never trust thine enemy. Go ahead.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So is his wickedness, man. These people is going to always be wicked. Give me 1 Ezra chapter 8 and verse 84. Bubba Gashar. You never trust your enemy. Now I'm going to break it down to you who your enemy is. Our enemies gave us Christianity. That was never our way of life. Christianity, listen, the term being a Christian is really, it was really somebody being smart with their mouth towards Israelites because we followed Christ's law. We understood what Christ said was law because he was our king. Oh, look at these Christians. Look at y'all. Yeah, that's y'all. That's really y'all God. That's who y'all really worship. Y'all don't care about the Most High. You only care about Christ. The whole time we were just keeping the laws of God. We know that Christ came to save us.
Right.
You know what I mean? To teach us how to keep the laws, statutes, and commands, give us the prophecies that's going to come to pass, show us how to love one another, show us how we're going to have to move going forward, right? Because remember, before Christ came, if you ain't never celebrate a Passover, you was considered a heathen, a Gentile. And we in Rome. We under the captivity of white people. And the primary tribes that was in captivity under the Romans was the Judites. All right, you had some Benjamites and you had some Levites. right? What you would call the Southern Kingdom. Well, we sitting there, we under the white man, under the Roman Empire. We believe in how he believed. We got corrupt leaders. That's why Christ had to come on the scene and teach the way how he did, right? He had to come through and teach people how to forgive one another because people didn't know how to forgive one another. People hated one another. He had to remind people how to deal with your disputes with your brother or your sister. Hey, don't you go to that brother and that brother or that sister alone and you tell them how they offended you. And if you feel like you're not heard, then now you take it to counsel. Now it's going to be more than one witness there to judge on the matter. And if you don't agree with that counsel, then you're going to take it before the whole congregation. You understand? And we're going to get down to the bottom of the situation, not deal with it the way how people in the world deal with it. But when you go inside the church, when you go inside the Muslim mosque, you go inside the Catholic church, and you don't see that being implemented. You don't see that being enforced. And here in I.S.U.P.K, you will hear Gentleman Hyman on a regular tell you, you better go to that brother, you better go to that sister, and go to that sister alone. Don't gossip, don't go to the internet, don't do nothing but go to that person. Don't let it linger. Because what happens is, and what happened even back then, we hated each other so much that we will unalive one another. You ever notice when you don't go and talk to somebody about your problem, that hatred builds up? The hatred builds up over time until they can just say one word and you just blow up. What? Or boom. Or that's what happens. That's life, right? That's life on this planet. That's how we deal with our problems now, and that's how we dealt with our problems then. So Christ had to come on the scene and give everybody a second chance. That was what his sacrifice was for. Because remember, at one point in time, we had to sacrifice our animals. We had to give up the great of our stock, right? We had to serve out certain punishments according to the law, right? Well, so many people was doing wrong. It's like, yo, if Christ didn't come back, none of us today would say that, hey, yeah, I'm an Israelite that's that actually is recognized by the Most High. Because the Most High is like, I don't know you. You get what I'm saying? Like, man, you a wicked bastard. You ain't get circumcised on the 8th day. Remember, they was having that debate. Oh, you ain't been circumcised. You ain't been circumcised. You wasn't circumcised on the 8th day. And that's why Paul and Christ was like, but is you circumcised in your mind? And they say in your heart, right? Because your heart is your mind. Is you circumcised in your mind? Would you have sex with your brother's wife? You understand what I'm saying? Would you go horror on your man because you upset? Would you do that? You get what I'm saying? Is you circumcising your mind? Is you keeping God's commandments? You understand what I'm saying? So Christ had to set it straight. That's why he was going to allow Mary to get unalived. If you ain't, but Christ knew that none of them was keeping the law. He said, whatever y'all, without sin, man, cast that stone upon her. Because technically she was supposed to die. Because she was caught in the act of adultery. You understand what I'm saying? She was caught in the act of adultery. So she technically was supposed to be unalived that day. And they was about to until the Lord brought Christ through. You understand? And then after that, she didn't change her life. After that, she said, you know what? I'm going to do whatever you tell me to do because you saved me. And I'm not going to make you look like a fool for saving me. You understand? And that's the I.S.U.P.K mantra, man. We don't want to let Christ's sacrifice be for nothing. Right? So again, Christ came so that we can understand the law, the spirit of the law, the spirit of brotherhood, and understand what's going to come about in the last days. Okay, what scripture was you holding? Did I have you hold some? Go
First Ezra chapter 8 and verse 84, sir.
ahead.
This is the book of First Ezra chapter 8 and verse 84.
So just so y'all know, this is the Apocrypha. All right, the book of First Ezra. This was the Catholic Church took these books out, of course, of the original King James version. King James was a black man. The whole notion that he was a white man is because the men that hated King James spreaded many lies about him. Any words that you didn't heard about King James being this and being that, 9 out of 10, it was from his enemies spreading lies. And let's not forget that right around this time of King James not being in power anymore, the whole Renaissance era took place. Right? Don't believe the hype. Black people were in rulership. That's why they call it the Dark Ages, because dark people ruled in Europe. You understand? All throughout Europe. If you look at the coat of arms, you'll see nothing but black faces. All right? Don't limit your knowledge to just we were slaves, because again, and it get a little deeper, because Jewish people, Jewish people is in charge. They write the textbooks. They put together the textbooks of the history lessons that's given to us in the school system. They took our identity. The white man ain't the real Jew. We the real Jew. We are the real Jews.
That's right.
You understand? You look at those curses. That's us. We're gonna go into that. You get what I'm saying? Like, we don't have no recognition of who we are on the face of the earth. You understand? You go to a young black boy and you ask him, what's the color of Jesus Christ? And they can be like, white. You know how many times I've done it? Too many times. I was at camp and asked. I'm like, hey, young brother, what's the skin color of Jesus Christ? And the parent had to sit there and realize that they have not taught their child the truth. He was like, white? And the parent be like, nah, Christ he really black. He really black. He black. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got to start getting to the basics. Like, it's cool to go get the money. It's cool to get your levels up in the world. But if you don't have the knowledge of God, none of those things mean anything.
Right.
Like, I thank the Lord that I'm able to start my career while being in the truth than starting a career out in the world. Because starting a career when you don't have the Lord on your side, do you understand? I would have been doing illegal things. You understand what I'm saying? On the side. I'm trying to tell you. You understand? Every time you would have seen me, my eyes would have been, you would have thought I was half Chinese, sis. You were like, boy, your eyes is red as hell. It's redder than the crayon. You understand? Because I would have been getting high. I wouldn't have no knowledge of God. But because I got the knowledge of the Most High, you understand, I'm able to really function in the world, and not fall for the okie dokes. I'm not trying to put myself deep into the white man's world. Now I got to sit up there and be jealous of what he got. Now I got to try to match what he got. I ain't doing all that. Right. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to be an Israelite to the death. Right. And that's what the Most High wanted to be understood. And that's how he teach. And that's why Christ came through. Christ was letting it be known, man, take pride of you being an Israelite, man. Take pride of keeping God's commandments. Take pride that the Most High chose us, man. When you go through hard times, man, you take it on, you put your chin up, man. You put your chin up in your boots, man. You put your boots to the ground and you don't stop marching, man. You don't stop. The Lord don't breed cowards. The Lord don't breed cowards. Why you think Judas was mentioned in the Bible? Because the Lord wants us to understand, don't be like Judas. Don't be like John the Baptist. John the Baptist was supposed to follow Christ. So many people look at John the Baptist as this martyr, this man that was great. Give me what Christ said about John the Baptist. Give me what he said about John the Baptist. John the Baptist did something that was evil. Instead of John the Baptist following Christ, he followed himself. When Christ first got on the scene, He knew that Christ was the one he was supposed to follow, because Christ was the one to come to give us the new covenant. He was the one that was supposed to redeem us. He's the redeemer, right? He's the king. Why the hell John the Baptist going off to do his own thing? Because John the Baptist didn't want to give up his power that he had over his congregation. Read what you got. Read a couple verses above, because I think that's when he talked to his disciples, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
I know some people are gonna be like, John the Baptist? What you mean about John the Baptist? You know what I mean? People get mad at us when we talk about John the Baptist, but we're gonna read it. Let's read it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent two of his disciples.
His what?
His disciples.
He sent his disciples. That's you see that, right? He said he sent his disciples. He didn't talk about Christ's disciples, right? He sent his disciples. Keep going.
Verse 3. And he said unto him, Art thou he that should come, or do we look for another?
So let me tell you how ignorant that is. I'm gonna tell you how ignorant that is. Because in the early scriptures of the book of Matthew, I think it's 3, Christ comes on the scene while John the Baptist is, performing baptisms. And let me give y'all understanding of baptisms. Baptisms was symbolic of people letting go the old them, cleaning themselves of the old you, right? It was what's the word I'm trying to look for? It was a way of saying this, right? I know I had sex with another man's wife last night. I'm going to get in this water. I'm going to repent to the Most High that I'm never going to do it again. That's what the word of baptism was for. But it's not scripture. It was used as like a teaching, it was like a lesson tool or a helping tool to try to get people from committing sin. And it was also a way of John not doing it the way how Christ would do it or how the I.S.U.P.K would teach it. Well, we just tell you straight up, if you had sex with another man's wife, you're a homosexual. You understand? You're a coward. You're disgusting. You're a sexual deviant. You get what I'm saying? If you abuse your wife, you are a coward. You get what I mean? If you sell drugs, you're a coward. This is all the things that you're supposed to say when you teaching. When you teaching, you tell people you condemn the sin. We're not strictly condemning you. We're condemning the sin that you commit. Right? Give me the book of Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Hold that. We just want to jump to Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Because a lot of people, they say, why y'all go out on the street and y'all be teaching the way y'all do? Why y'all yelling at people? One, we men. How the hell you want us to be like, everybody please stop selling weed and drugs and please stop abusing the children. Please, can you stop? No, we men. We talking to a multitude of people. We got to speak loud. And I'm going to show you everything that we do in the Bible. Everything that we do is in the Bible. Go ahead, read what you got, brother.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Cry aloud.
Say it one more time, clear.
Cry aloud.
Cry aloud. When it means cry aloud, don't mean to be tearing up. It means to speak loudly. It's like shouting. It's getting your voice heard. You understand? It's something that is masculine. something that men do when it's time to teach to the multitude, especially when it's a time in need. You know what I mean? It's a time of danger. We in danger, man. So we crying out loud. Go ahead.
Spare not.
Spare not. Meaning we can't spare your feelings, man. Brother, you having sex with women and throwing them away. You are a part of the problem. You understand? You damn near a damn sellout. You understand what I'm saying? You are a sexual deviant. You are a hoe. You a hoe. How you gonna have sex with this woman and throw her away? This is the Most High daughter right here. This is his princess.
Right.
You know what I mean? Our sister's already destroyed. You gonna have sex with them and throw them away some more? How many women out here had sex with a man and that man don't even take them serious? When it comes to men in I.S.U.P.K, you can't just have sex with us and think that that's it. You understand what I'm saying? Men in the school in here, we're gonna let you know sex is marriage according to the Bible.
Right.
We're gonna get into that. Sex is marriage according to the Bible. And when a man lays down with a woman, that is the bond. It ain't no you walking down the aisle and he got to get on bended knee. None of that is in the Bible. Nobody have yet, since this school been around since 1969, have showed us a scripture where it says that a man's supposed to get on bended knee and give his woman a ring, submit himself in front of to his woman, asking her to marry him when he already done had sex with her.
Right.
You show me where that type of marriage is in the Bible. You show me the ceremony practice. I'll wait. It's not in there. It's all white supremacy. The Christian church gave us white supremacy. That's why for so long they gave us a white Jesus. They gave us Caesar Borgia. It's so vibrant in the world now. Netflix gave you a show called The Borgias, where the Pope and his family was criminals, and the kids was having sex with one another. And Caesar Borgia, who everybody know as the fake Jesus Christ, he was having sex with the man that painted his picture and painted the Last Supper picture. I think it was Michelangelo. You know what I mean? They are homosexuals. And that's what the Christian church gave us. They gave us gay white men to look at as our God. You understand what I'm saying? Christ ain't God. Christ is the Son of the Most High. Christ came from the loins of Joseph. King David was told that Christ was going to come through his loins, meaning that King David is going to have sex with a woman, and through his lineage, eventually Jesus Christ is going to be born. The Most High said it. He's holy. Why would the Most High ever pray to himself? You understand what I'm saying? Why would the Most High ever pray to himself?
Right.
All these religions gave us was confusion. Because if you give the God's chosen people confusion, they never going to get it. That they're in the predicament that they in.
Right.
Because they have sinned against the Most High. In the Old Testament, we sinned against the Most High. That's why we're here. The Most High told us, he said, yo, I'm not tired of y'all. I got something for all y'all niggas. Y'all are going to go into slavery. Oh, remember that contract that we had? We're going to bring that up in Deuteronomy. He said, remember that contract that we got? Remember I told y'all, if y'all defy me, I'm going to take you away from this land. I'm going to take you away from your heritage. I'm going to put people towards you that is going to destroy you, mind, body, and spirit. I'm going to do it because you have defied me. The Most High gave us everything. King Solomon had everything. Israel wanted to go and worship other gods. Even King Solomon was worshiping other gods, having sex with other nation women. You understand what I'm saying? Being weak. Men and women in Israel was being weak. Now look at us today. We are begging from scraps from the government. We begging from scraps. I seen people online crying. People crying. I mean, pissed because they didn't get their snack this month. The Most High want us to be above all people on the face of the earth, and we're not. We're not. You understand? Because we don't understand that sex is marriage. We don't understand that God wants us to keep His commandments. What would you hold in?
Yes, sir. I was in Isaiah, sir.
Go ahead.
The other one.
Yeah, spare it not. We're not going to spare your feelings. Brother, we're going to tell you that you made a horrible decision with getting with that woman because now you're on child support. Now she's putting you through hell. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to tell you, you know how many times we done told brothers to get in class, hey, brother, sex is marriage. Hey, brother, don't deal with that woman. You know, we got a counseling program that's 24 hours. And we have told many brothers, don't deal with her because she's going to destroy you. Oh, give it a couple months to a year. They come back around. You're like, dang, brother, you all right? Yeah, man, I should have listened to you, man. I'm all jacked up. I got to go to family court tomorrow, man. She's trying to take everything from me. We tried to tell you. We ain't spare your feelings. We told you, brother, that is a dumb decision to make. She is a hoe. You understand? I know her from the block. She was the one that was all up in all the boys' houses when she was a teenager. And you done thought that you was going to love her and that was the one that you wanted to be with. Officer Abba tried to tell you, brother, don't do it. She is a neighborhood bop, and you still did it. You understand? A lot of sisters out there, we tell y'all, hey, listen, having that bitterness in your heart ain't good because it's going to destroy you. You ain't going to be able to keep a man in that house. You know how many sisters I done told? I said, I'll be online. You know, I run the social medias in Philly, and a lot of times I might find myself in argument. Well, we have confrontations on our social media platforms or whatever. And as many times I told women, I said, from how you talk to me, I know that a man is not happy with you in this life. Like, I know that you make a man's life a living hell. You probably have, and I'm petty out by. I'm like, you probably converted a man to really get in touch with his feminine side, and you probably done had sex with a man. I know that you done found many of your ex dudes being on the DL. I'm not lying. These things is real. You know how many females is finding out that they dude is on the DL? It's happening at a long rate. Like, literally, I seen videos where chicks is going, they followed they dude to a motel. And he's going into a motel room with a male escort. And she loses it. She's like, I can't believe you do this. But the I.S.U.P.K, what we tell you? Don't marry, don't lay down with any brother. Get in class. You understand what I'm saying? Don't lay down with that brother. You need to have, if you don't got a father that will help you pick your husband, man, you don't got a brother that will help you pick your husband, man, let us help you. Let us help you pick your next husband, man. You get what I'm saying? Let us help you with your relationship. We're going to be your brother. We're going to try to help you with your relationship. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe we could have helped that sister and that brother might have been dealing with all types of demons. You know, it's a video that I got holding about that this young brother talked about being molested by his pastor since he was like 15, 16 years old, and said that the man's wife courted them in the basement of the church. Everybody trying to figure out where the pastor at. He said, I was down there giving fellatio to your husband. and you seen us and you close the door and act like nothing happened, and he goes back up on the pulpit and teaches. This is what's happening out here. So when we speak about the evil that we consume as a people, we're not saying it. We not like, you got men that get on the internet and they bash women all day. We don't do that. If you want to be honest, we bash men and women. You understand what I'm saying? We bash men and women. If you want to call it, let's call it a spade a spade. We bash everybody because that's our job. And we do it in a way because we love you. You understand what I'm saying? We don't want you to catch herpes and AIDS. So we're going to teach you how to not be a hoe. We're going to teach you how to control your emotions, because you don't need to be beating on your wife. You don't need to be beating on your husband. You understand? We're going to show you that it's more than life than getting on a stripper pole. It's more than life than having to go sell drugs. It's more than life than going out and going crashing out. You know how many of these Muslim young boys and Christian young boys in Philly crash out because they don't have no positive inlet in their life? Right. What the father at? Is either he didn't want to be involved, or he was pushed away, or he in jail, or he dead. So now you got two parents that didn't do what was best for that kid. You understand what I'm saying? That kid come into a world now, who he got to look up to? A bunch of other young boys that get high, want to be rappers and crash outs. That's who he looks at for influence. And then we wonder why so many of our young men is dying in the city of Philadelphia. We wonder why so many of our young men just going on the internet, just telling on themselves. These young men will literally make a detective job easy. If you talk to a detective, they'll tell you back in the day it was way harder. They had to work overtime. Nowadays, they just go straight to the internet. Dang, that's who did it, y'all. That's who did it. That's who did it. Yeah, we about to go lock him up. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and let's build more. Because once we lay down the hammer, he is gone. That's what's happening with these young kids, man. That's what's happening. So when we don't spare your feelings, we're going to tell you, if you don't change your life, you're going to just lead your kids down the wrong path even more. You know what I mean? You think these young girls is going missing all the time? No, they being a hoe just like their mom. They being a hoe just like the woman that they see their father being with. Like, how can you sit there and be a man? You got a daughter, right? And you teach your daughter, oh, don't be with boys and all that, but she see you dealing with hoes. She see you telling your son to go and be a hoe, right? Go have sex with all the women that you can, man. You know what I mean? Her mom is a hoe. What you think gonna happen? She gonna be like, you know what? I want to go do me. I'm running away. I don't even want to come home. They trying to tell me I can't do it. Shoot, I'm about to just go and do what I want to do. That's what these young girls doing. And then when they show videos, like it's times that I go to the page of the missing young girl, that young girl dressing like she a damn grown ass woman. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Captain I.S.U.P.K, man. Let's give him a hand real quick. Captain I.S.U.P.K, we was at camp this summer, and Captain I.S.U.P.K was teaching, and this young girl, she had to be like 14, no older than 16, man. She had like one of them little, I don't know how to really explain it, but she had like an undergarment shirt on, kind of like a bra, like a sports bra, and she had a shirt halfway on. And when I first seen her, I said, what the hell is she doing? Captain I.S.U.P.K was in the midst of teaching. Mind you, we out, we crying aloud, and we sparing not. You know what he told that young girl? Put your goddamn clothes on. What the hell is wrong with you? When I tell you that the fear of God came into that little girl, And all her friends was immediately like, yeah, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, she, at that moment, had a father in her life. That's what we supposed to be doing. That's what, as adults, we supposed to be doing. We shouldn't be riding past and seeing young girls dressed in any type of way, these young boys moving any type of way, and we not say nothing. Especially if that's your damn kid. You should be saying something. You get what I'm saying? Like, you should be saying something. And when Kat Nakai did that, I said, Most High in Christ, man. He didn't spare her feelings. He didn't spare her parents' feelings. What if her parents was down the block? He didn't give a damn. Neither one of us did. None of us did, because we all understand that that little young girl needs some home training. And when we don't keep these commandments, again, we leave error for sin. Right. Voting is not going to be the solution. Voting is not the solution at all. Voting can make certain things get passed. Yeah. You understand? It give you a temporary Band-Aid. Right. But I guarantee you, if Democrats was in office, I'm pretty sure some of the stuff that we seeing wouldn't be going down, but it'll be other stuff going down. You get what I'm saying? It might have not been one problem. Like, look at when Joe Biden was in office. We might have not had what Donald Trump was giving us, but he still was giving us hell. You get what I'm saying? So when we look at the solution that we need is coming back to the Most High. You understand? And to the finish on John the Baptist, I'm going to show you. Matter of fact, keep reading Isaiah 58.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 1.
Yeah.
Cry aloud. Spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. We're going to talk like men. One thing about the I.S.U.P.K, man, we are masculine men. You understand? And our women is feminine. Let's give Sister Sawana a hand. You know what I mean? Sister Sawana, man, she's very feminine, aged woman that reads wisdom, man. That's way cool, real chill, laid back. You understand? That you're not going to hear her say foolish things. You get what I mean? But in the world, you will hear a aged woman that's supposed to be giving wisdom and knowledge to the next generation. You will hear them trying to tell the next generation, F these niggas, girl. You better get what you can get out of them and keep it moving. Yeah, you know, you better not be trying to be no pick-me woman out there doing all that stuff for a man. He ain't put no ring on your finger. Let me tell you something. She doesn't have a ring on her finger. She doesn't have a good man. She's like 50, 60. She's going on 60 years old. She's 50, 40, 50, and can't get a good man. You understand what I'm saying? Dressing like she's in her damn 20-year-old dummy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because like on social media and like in the last few years, I've been seeing more older women, you know, aged sisters going on the internet just dressing like some hoes. Like they selling it. I buy it. And I'm just like, damn. Like y'all supposed to be trying to give the game to the young girls. Like, yo, don't do that. You know, you carry yourself like that, you ain't gonna never have a good man in that house. Right. Why you think that all these sisters is going to the family court the way they are? They're not going to family court because, oh, well, every man ain't shit. Let's just be honest. It's because of how they carry themselves. Right. It's because of their decision making, right? I have seen women downplay good men. I seen it. I've been around a lot of women. I see women downplay good men and then go get with the dude that is trash. And they just going through hell. And I'm just like, why would you want to do that to yourself? This dude had everything going right in his life. Why you go with that dude? You know what? Hey, that's your life. You know what I'm saying? They start coming to me with their problems. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't gonna spare your feelings. Listen, I think that you should have got with Byron. I don't know why you got with Jamal. He's still eating all your kids' fruit snacks. I mean, borrowing your car to go live out that rat career. He's still flipping your what is that called? Your income tax money. Say he gonna double it like he said all the other years. I know. I'm gonna lift up my voice like a trumpet. Keep going.
Yes, sir. And shew my people their transgressions.
Say it one more time.
And shew my people their transgressions.
Show my people their transgressions. Meaning what? What do transgressions mean, y'all? Go ahead. Sin. Say it one more time for the microphone.
Sin.
There you go. Let's give her a hand. You know what I mean? It's sin. Transgression. The transgression of the law is sin. You know what I mean? When you transgress, man, it means that you're going against, you know what I mean, the grain of the Most High in this context. You going against what the Most High said to do. The Most High said this, man. If you lean on him in all things, man, you can conquer anything.
Right.
Right? You got to have faith. And faith is done by works.
Right.
You got faith, well, you're going to keep the commandments of God.
Right.
Right? You're going to be a good brother. You're going to be a good sister. You're going to be a good daughter, a good son, a good husband, a good wife. You understand, brother, sister? You're going to be a good friend. You're going to be somebody that somebody can come to when they need help. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to be a light unto the ones that's in the darkness. That's what our King Jesus Christ, Yahawashi Mashiach in the Hebrew, Christ taught that, man, you got to be the light in the darkness. You know how many of these kids out here is destroyed for the lack of knowledge? You know how many of our people out here just in total is destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man? It's so many battles that's out here, man, that is insane. We got women that have been sexually abused. We have young men that have been sexually abused. Everyone been miseducated. All of us been miseducated. These politicians pick at our sores and get us to believe in their fairy tale of a utopia in America. You understand? These pastors know, they know that we're supposed to pay our full debt to the Lord, and that is our obedience unto him. Christ said for us to be perfect. You don't believe me? Get me Matthew chapter 5 and verse 48. I can go through all these scriptures, man, and just keep pulling one after one. They try to say we a cult, Abba. Right. They say we a cult. You can call it whatever the hell you want. Just understand, you better say righteous. You better say a righteous cult. You understand? You better say a brotherhood, a sisterhood cult. You better say those brothers and those sisters in that cult, they love their people and they willing to die behind this truth, man. People died to make sure that this Bible was to be here. Right. You think we give a damn about what people think about us? You think we give a damn about sitting up there trying to appease people? You know what appease people today? Cardi B. You know what appease people today? Social media. Drugs. All these things appease people. Here in I.S.U.P.K, we don't give a damn about none of that. We're going to serve the Lord, either you like it or not. No, we're not going to keep none of your holidays because the Most High said not to follow the way of the heathen. Guess what? When we have our events, the Muslims can't have events without violence being committed. But the I.S.U.P.K can have the same numbers in one area and have no issues and problems. You want to know why? Because we do what the Most High said to do. You understand what I'm saying? We keep the commandments of God and we teach it. The Most High, man, Christ said, man, if you teach people to break one little commandment, man, you cook. The Lord going to punish you. That's why we charge the Christian church what we charge them with. with fraudery, with lies and deceit and misleading the people. That's why we charge the Muslim mosque with the same charges. We charge all of these leaders of our people righteously because they not doing what they supposed to do. Read what you got?
Yes, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect.
Say it one more time.
Be ye therefore perfect.
Be ye therefore perfect. Say it one more time. Read it one more time. Let everybody know where you at.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 48. Be ye therefore perfect.
Christ said to be perfect. So what the hell is the Christian church talking about? What is the Muslim mosque talking about? Huh? What are these religions talking about? That no one can be perfect. What the hell are you talking about? So I guess that you should never teach your child to be, if your child's in sports, you ain't gonna tell them, hey, you know, I know you want to play basketball, little Charlie. Just know, man, you ain't gonna be the best. There's no way you can be the best. Can you imagine Michael Jordan having that mindset when it comes to playing basketball? He would not be considered a GOAT. Imagine LeBron James' mantra was, you know, I can't be the best. He wouldn't be where he at today, right? So that is still equivalent to you telling yourself and teaching somebody else that they can't be perfect. No one can be perfect but Christ. Christ said to be perfect. Meaning what? Keep the commandments of God. Read from the top again.
Yes, sir. Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
It said, as what?
Even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
So this is two breakdowns. You got people that think that Christ is God. Christ is not God. He is the Son of the Most High. You understand? And Christ said, man, be perfect like the Most High, like your Father in heaven. Right? He was the prophet that taught us to have a relationship with the Most High like he's our Father. You know, that was the reason. Like his teaching was perfect because he gave us the spirit of the law. Moses gave us the law. You understand? He gave us the law. You understand? He gave it to us what it is. Look, you do it. You understand? You better do it. Or the Lord gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? And if we do this, we're gonna get blessed. And this is the thing that is going to prevent. Well, Christ had to come and teach the spirit of the law. And teaching the spirit of the law is something that we especially need today. You understand what I'm saying? That's why what you have to understand, if you Black, Hispanic, Native American, man, you better get in class today. Because in these classes, you are learning to have the spirit of Christ. You're learning how to have the spirit of righteousness, having the spirit of the Lord. You understand? And it's just a vibe that I'm talking about. You understand what I'm saying? None of that hocus pocus stuff. I'm talking about the spirit of the Most High, meaning having brotherhood, having sister, having compassion, love, and empathy for your people. You understand what I'm saying? Like even when you look inside the Bible, it tells you how to deal with a stranger. That stranger, let's say it's someone that is homeless, right? Most people will look at that homeless person and look down upon them, right? The Most High said, man, don't never do that. You give unto those brothers and sisters that don't have much. If you got to give it to them, right? Even when we had our land, it says the endings of your vineyards, you know, your trees, whatever. If you got food that goes out to the outside of your land, don't gather those for yourself. Don't be a grimy bastard. Don't be a greedy bastard. Give unto those people that might be traveling. You know what I mean? They might be hungry, and now here they go. They come across your land. Let them go ahead and get an orange or something. You know what I mean? Let them go get an apple, get some grapes. Shoot, they sitting there like, man, thank you. You know what I mean? I ain't eating like 2 days. I'm surviving off of water and wine. Good looking. Because that's the type of leadership that is bred into the nation of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel is the makeup of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Don't never get it twisted. You understand what I'm saying? And it is our job, it is our duty to teach these commandments to our people and to teach our people how to keep the commandments. And another thing, that's why we have these classes 7 days a week. That's why our phone lines is always open. Somebody can call me 3 o'clock in the morning. Shalom, Lord Christ, how may I help you? Because I understand what I signed up for. And it's people that is going to call you. They're going through it. Like, it's one thing to know you're an Israelite. It's another thing to battle Satan. Because now when you battle with Satan, you're going to need brotherhood. You're going to need sisterhood. You're going to need the brothers. You're going to need the sisters. You know what I mean? You're going to need love. You're going to need the compassion. You're going to need someone to tell you, man, forgive yourself. You know what I mean? Hey, man, that's not who you are no more. You're a changed woman. You're a changed man. You're not that person that you used to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about the woman that you used to be, sis, before you came into the school. Think about the man that used to be. And I'm thinking about the man I used to be. We not those people no more. You know what I mean? You saw me from way back in the day, sis. You know, I used to come here and smell like weed. I used to be high out my damn mind. I used to be trying to battle all in the class. Now look at me. I'm up here teaching, and I'm saying kind on one kind. You get what I mean? Because on this walk that we all on, you understand? Give me the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16.
Yes, sir.
On this path that we on, man, it is not easy. It is an old, ancient path of the Israelites that was trying to get themselves in order or battling the world. You think that you think what you're going through is new? So many of us of the past, of our ancestors in the past, had to go through the same thing. You think that you have a less issue? Guess what? It was somebody that had the same issue just like you. You think that you want to unalive your wife or unalive your husband because they just get on your damn nerves? You think you're the first one? Hell no. You understand? It's so many people in the past had to battle that demon because they were just so fed up of what was going on. They were just so angry, but they had to walk on that old path. And that old path is righteousness. You know what I mean? Like choosing to do the correct thing and not choosing to do the wrong thing. So it's doing the wrong thing is easy, ain't it? It's so easy. It's like, let's say you're driving and somebody is just being an a-hole behind you in a car. It's so easy to just beep your horn and get out the car and taunt them like, hey, what you want to do? It's so easy to do that. It's harder to just stay behind the steering wheel and pay on no mind and just turn the radio up. It's easy to have your wife and you be like, you know what? I'm not dealing with you because now she might have an issue. She might be mad or whatever. It's easier just to ignore it, act like it doesn't matter when it's an issue that should be addressed, right? And now you go off and go have sex with another woman because you just want to go have sex with something else, right? You want to go be a hoe. It's easy to just go have sex with a woman and have no strings attached. It's harder to have your wife in front of you and you're dealing with your wife righteously. You're talking through whatever y'all got going on. You understand? You're not running off and going to go be a hoe because now, oh man, she get on my nerves, man. I'm about to go build with something else, but I ain't gonna have no strings attached. It's easy to be a hoe as a man. It's harder to have some damn class about yourself. It's harder to have some standards. Saying, man, I ain't about to just lay down with any broad. I ain't about to just sit up there and give up on my woman because we having a tough time. In the I.S.U.P.K, this is what we believe. Read what you got.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16.
Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
Ask for the what?
Old paths.
This new path that we trying to walk today, it's not working. It's not working at all. You understand? We got a dietary law. You know how much I hate when I see people eating unlawful foods and they post it on the internet? You got people that eat crab, shrimp, pork, and lobster, and they just posting it on the internet. I hate seeing that. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I just skip it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's nasty. You understand? When we choose the old path, we watch what we put in our mouth. We watch what we say out of our mouth. We watch how we treat one another. Like here in I.S.U.P.K, we're very cautious on how we come across to one another because we don't want to come off unbrotherly or unsisterly, right? So you might got a brother, he might come to a brother and he might say something that's like, hey, you know, he might give an order. Let's say he give an order. Hey, I need you to do the, you know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Now, because we have this line of respect and we choose the old path, we might sit there and be like, damn, I might have came across a little evil. You know, I might have came across a little off. And that brother will go to that brother that's under him like, hey, man, I ain't offend you, did I? If I did, matter of fact, man, I apologize. You know, I should have came off a little better. And the brother would be like, he might be like, yeah, it was a little crazy. Or he might be like, nah, it ain't nothing. Like, nah, I don't want, nobody should ever come across anybody. You know what I mean? It's not acceptable. And I don't know, but I'm just going to take that on it. You know what I mean? Because that's the brotherhood and the love that we have for one another. And if Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we choose this old path, which is in the Bible, we can have more compassion just like that in the world, right? We'll see a loss of our people going to jail because we wouldn't be committing crimes, right? The Lord said, keep the laws of the land. Keeping the laws of the land, we're not going to commit homicides. We're not going to sell drugs, right? We're not going to do things that are illegal, right? We're going to keep God's commandments. So we're going to keep the Passover, right? We're going to keep the Feast of the Unleavened Bread. We're going to keep the Feast of First Fruits. So we're going to do everything that the Most High said do. We're not going to, because we don't, when we choose the old path, guess what? We going to cripple America. We can cripple America because guess what? America ain't going to be able to do what? It's going to be hard for them to get their numbers up on Christmas because we don't celebrate it, right? Because we one of the number one world consumers. What else I bought? If drugs, you know what I mean? All these dispensaries that they got open, they mainly getting them open near our communities. Imagine if we just stopped smoking the weed.
Right.
Really deal with our problems. Those dispensaries is going to close, right? They're going to lose money. And one way that we can get power in America, we really want to talk about power, is the same way how every other nation that dwells in America that don't have to deal with what we have to deal with. And that's how we spend our money,
Right.
and how we stick together. Chinese people got Chinatown. You don't see ICE running up in Chinatown. I haven't seen it yet. And they have a bunch of illegals there, right? If black people stuck together, guess what? They'll be begging us, please spend your money with us. What can we do to make y'all feel more capable? What can we do for y'all to spend money with us? Martin Luther King had the chance of capitalizing off of that boycott. That boycott was able to help us be able to put those bus companies in a blender and let the black bus companies to thrive. The Negro Leagues. What happened with the Negro Leagues? The Negro Leagues, all the Negroes wanted to go play for the major leagues, the MLB. So now, instead of all the good black people staying in the Negro Leagues and making the Negro Leagues great, and we being able to build infrastructure, think about it. If everybody comes to the stadium, people got to eat, people want to buy stuff, right? It's going to be people selling stuff. It's going to be a lot of ways of businesses being able to branch off into other ventures, right? Those people, they can get into real estate because now they got enough money to do what? Go into real estate. They can invest. They can start certain fundraisers and charities, which all will stay in the black community. You don't see Chinese people having all types of fundraisers for us. They have fundraisers for them because there's nothing wrong with them being prejudiced. There's nothing wrong with being prejudiced. You choose your people first. You're supposed to. Any warrior that you see on the battlefield is always fighting for his people. Whatever he's fighting for, what drives him is to put his people as number one. You understand what I'm saying? Or he's defending his people so that they can be number one. All right. What would you go in?
Yes, sir. Jeremiah still, sir?
You can jot Jeremiah.
Yes, sir.
You can jot Jeremiah. So I want to go into this whole thing with the relationship things, right? Give me in the scripture where it says, prove a friend.
Yes, sir.
I think I can get it. Prove a friend. Let me see if I can get it. I might can get it quicker.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, my brother.
Yes, sir.
So hold on real quick. So when it comes down to relationships, right? When it comes down to relationships, God said that if you lay down with a man, that is your husband. All right. So when you lay down with a man, you must understand that you are making an oath unto the Lord that night or that day, whatever you want to be doing. You understand? You should be very wise on who you deal with, brothers included. A lot of brothers out here is stressing and going through it because they are choosing the wrong woman. Read the scripture, please.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get us a friend, prove him first.
Say it one more time.
If thou wouldest get a friend,
If thou getteth a friend, go ahead.
prove him first.
A friend, meaning it's somebody that you associate yourself with, right? Either on a brother, sisterhood level, you understand, or intimate level. You better prove them. Meaning what? In I.S.U.P.K, we had this rule where we have a 6-month rule that we give brothers and sisters, right? You come into the school, that brother and sisters are limits for 6 months. So you come into school, you change your life, you get yourself in order, right? Now let's say you do it outside the school. Let's say it outside the school, right? Most people, they get their relationships outside of school, whatever. Give yourself 6 months to get to know that person.
Right.
Minimum 6 months. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you will get to know who that person is. You will learn the good and the bad about that person. You will see the red flags and the green flags. Right? And you got to utilize wisdom. To prove somebody, you got to have some damn brains in your head.
Right.
You understand? Listen, many women try to, they presented themselves. I said, okay, all right. We had some conversations, and my attention span ain't that good, sis. I'll be like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. You stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time to be playing Build-A-Bear. I don't got time for that. You know what I mean? You gotta understand when I'm laying down. You can't pick up when I'm laying down. Listen, maybe you might need a brother that is not like me. Maybe you need a brother that is going to, go to church with you on Sundays and stuff. Like I am masculine. I am a what they call radical. I am a revolutionist. You understand? I don't like white people. I don't care. I would never like white people. I would never give you a birthday.
Right.
You'll never get a birthday with me. Why? Because I serve the Lord.
That's right.
Guess what I will give you? I will give you all of my allegiance. You will have my love. I will be there for you. You understand? I will protect you. I will provide for you. You understand? I'm going to ride or die for you. You understand? You ain't going to have nothing to worry about. I ain't going to leave you high and dry. You understand? You got a problem, and man, you can't get down to the bottom of it. You have my school that can get involved. Right. Hey, me and the car ain't seeing eye to eye. I just want to request a marriage counsel. All right, cool. Let's request it. Now we in the marriage council. I might have been in the wrong the whole damn time. I'm going to be corrected, right? And that's just a glimpse of what it is to really be in a real relationship. And you know what I mean? In this school, you understand, we care about order, balance.
That's right.
In the world, ain't no damn balance. Sometimes when people tell me they problems that they having with their significant other, I be like, what the hell is y'all got going on in that house? What is you doing, man? This ain't life. What about the kids? That's how you feel. What about the kids? You think the kids want to hear all that arguing and fussing and hollering? Right. Don't the kids deserve to see mom and dad loving one another? Right? Like it's more than life than just having fun and a good little time. And you know, in the beginning it was, you know, everybody say in the beginning it was so good. It was, I don't know what happened. You know, his true colors start showing or her true colors start showing. I think it's because you didn't have sex with him the first night. First night y'all kicked it. Oh man, it was the vibe was just there. What the hell was you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, you telling me that you about to lay down with that broad? Did you see if she got another man on child support at least? Is she a sister that because she gets mad and you have a kid with her, she's gonna weaponize the kids? Did you see that? Did you find out that she might key your car? She might bleach your clothes. You understand what I'm saying? She might got some, and this is the more serious level. All of it's serious, but she might have some mental afflictions. You know what I'm saying? Things might have happened to her in her past. And as a man, one thing I learned about being a husband in the school is you are a woman's counselor. Right. You down there like that woman's father. Because you now is no longer the father being there to protect her day and night. It's you. Right. And you supposed to provide her with knowledge and wisdom, right? And you have to give her the game of not being able to fall victim to Satan. Right. And sisters, you better make sure that you get a man that is like that. Get a man that is not going to, you know, he's going to give you the right words when you know that you being a woman. Let's just say, y'all know y'all sisters, y'all getting y'all bag. Come on now. Our brothers were getting our bags too, but y'all getting y'all bag. Y'all start being stubborn and, you know, can't nobody tell you anything. You know what I mean? You're going to need a man that is going to have to be masculine and patient. He's going to have patience with you. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to have good temperance. He's going to have to understand the bigger picture. One thing that I learned being in the school, man, you had to maintain discipline. You know, you can't go aside that woman's head because she acting crazy. You going to have to look at her like, is you serious right now? You know what I mean? You going to have to check her, whatever. You know what I mean? Check her. Ain't no wrong checking your woman. But you make sure that you do it righteously because you still, the scripture says, man, that you're supposed to love your wife as much as a woman's supposed to love you. And that woman is supposed to be submissive to you. That is correct. But you better make sure that when you are courting that sister, that she understands that if you and her end up in a relationship, that you are the head of that relationship.
That's right.
Don't let it be no confusion in that. you better make sure that she's a woman that's good at following, she's good at following a man. You got some sisters, they might fake it at first. I had some that tried to fake it to me until I started testing them. I said, oh yeah, oh you submissive, huh? You God gift the earth, huh? Okay. I start putting the bait out there, and lo and behold, that demon came out. I said, yeah, deuces. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta protect your peace. Prove a friend. You know what I mean? Prove a friend. Don't just get with a man just because he look good. Beauty is vain. You get what I'm saying? Don't just get with a man just because he got some good game, he got materials, and you know what I mean? You like, listen, man, I get it. Women look good. You know what I mean? Women look good. The men look good to y'all. Listen, it's all understood. But one thing we got to take into account is beauty is vain. It doesn't mean anything. Because that man can be the best thing that you ever lay eyes on, and he will molest your children. That man would be the best thing that you ever laid your eyes on, and he will beat the hell out of you. He will steal from you. He would verbally abuse you. You understand? He would be a sexual deviant. He might be a homosexual. You want this man so bad. Yeah, girl, this man, whole time, he takes penis better than you. Y'all think I'm lying? Go on the internet, look it up. I'm not the only one seeing these videos. These men is gay. And y'all sisters gotta not be okay with men being gay. That is a sin, according to God. Stop being okay with men being gay. Get it out your mind. Because you will allow a man to fly under that radar. And lo and behold, you know how many times we done brought out stories where the boyfriend was having sex with the son? This ain't nothing new. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta vet these brothers, man. You gotta vet these sisters. Vet them, man. Take your time. Go on dates. You know what I mean? Get counseling. Ask certain questions. Read books about trying to figure out certain things to find out about people. You know what I mean? Like, really get to know that person, man. Talk to them. See if they mentally stimulate your mind. You know what I mean? Can y'all, like one thing with me, when it comes to women, because being in a school, you know what I mean? You might talk to a woman, she might not, like in the beginning, she might not believe what you believe in, right? But damn, would you be able to at least hear me out? I'm a scholar. I ain't a scholar for no reason.
Right.
You know what I mean? The I.S.U.P.K is a university. Universities recognize us as teaching the truth because we pull out all the sources. None of those theologians can ever do anything with us when it comes to the scriptures. They tried. They lost. Because we cut through all the malarkey because we understand, again, these religions is white supremacy. Right? So when it comes down to, these scriptures, when it comes down to relationships and things like that, man, just to put everything in a nutshell, we want to have order.
Right.
Have balance. Okay? That's what you want in your life. And if that person is not adding balance to your life, you understand? A woman that is not teachable, you can't teach her nothing. You know what I mean? She's stubborn. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Why you? I ain't gonna even lie. Or a nigga that, I ain't telling a woman to go teach a man. But damn, you listen, it's a little harder for women out there because you get under a man rulership. You know what I mean? You let that man you got to submit yourself to that man. You get what I'm saying? And that man, he might not want to believe in what you want to believe. And that's when it can be some confusion. You get what I'm saying? That's why we have these classes. We have this, we have counseling. One thing I would say, man, you get a man in the I.S.U.P.K. Now, of course, you got to be worthy of getting a man in the I.S.U.P.K. because we ain't go through all the training. We ain't go through all this damn studying sis for no reason. You get what I'm saying? You already see, we out countless hours of classes. You get what I mean? We do a lot. You done seen brothers graduate Hebrew Academy. Hebrew Academy. If y'all don't know, this cover I got on right now is from the Hebrew Academy class of 2022. This is the year I graduated. And they literally had me go through military training. I'm talking about vigorous training. I'm talking about I seen brothers quit because they couldn't endure the pain that was given. Listen, getting this cover, I'm gonna let you know right now. There's no way in the world I can be a bad husband, a bad father, a bad brother, a bad leader, because they beat into our skulls to be righteous, to be a leader, to lead correctly. You understand? So let's read that scripture one more time.
Yes, sir.
Try to run through these scriptures.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend,
Yeah.
prove him first.
Prove him what?
Prove him first.
Prove him first. Don't just don't lay down with a man just because you know the vibe is good and you feel like everything is good, because lo and behold, everything could be sounding good in the beginning, you know what I mean, and lo and behold, you walk in the room and they molesting your children, or your child is telling you wondering why your child acting all weird. You're like, what's wrong with you? And later you find out that the man that you just so happened to quickly lay down with and accept did something to your kids. And here in I.S.U.P.K, we want that to stop.
Right.
How do we combat that? We teach against it. We teach women to pick good men. You understand? We teach men to pick good women so that we can stop what's happening in these homes. You understand what I'm saying? Give me Genesis chapter 24. I believe that's verse 67. Now we're going to talk about sex being marriage. Sex is marriage according to God. When a man lay down with a woman, that is his wife. All right. And that is her husband. That is their bond. All right. We're going to show you in the Old Testament how a marriage is solidified. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. There's the book of Genesis, chapter 24 and verse 67.
Go ahead.
And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
So Isaac, he brings, his groom, he brought his bride into his mother Sarah's tent. All right. Mind you, Sarah done already passed. And, he about to get married. Like, this is sentimental to him. Go ahead.
And took Rebekah.
And did what?
And took Rebekah.
And took Rebekah. Go ahead.
And she became his wife.
And then what?
And she became his wife.
And became his wife. He didn't get down on bended knee at all. And he probably got on his knees, but he wasn't on bended knee giving her a ring. You understand? Everybody on their knees ain't praying. So he got married. In the Bible, it says it right here. Read it one more time.
And she became his wife.
Uh-huh.
And he loved her. And Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
Listen, man. Isaac got him a good woman. He got Rebekah.
Right.
He tied fire. He said, this is my wife right here. You know what I mean? And I'm going to ride with her to the end. And that's beautiful, because in today's society, a relationship can't last for nothing. Right. Let y'all have some let y'all have 3 bad days in a row. I don't think that this is going to work. This is not going to work. I'm not happy. The kids shouldn't see me unhappy. Excuse my lady, are you fucking 2 years old? You got to be happy every goddamn day. You got to be happy every effing day. You're a kid or you're a effing adult?
Right.
I'm not, like, we grown.
Right.
We adults. Every day is a happy day. Is every day happy for you, sis? Is every day happy for you? He said lie. He said, look, you don't even know the half. You know what I mean? Every day ain't happy for me. You know what I mean? But we grown. You're gonna have days that ain't gonna see, you know, it ain't gonna be so beautiful. But just because you had some bad days and y'all not seeing eye to eye, doesn't mean that now you got to dismantle the family. Like I seen so many people, they try to try to, in a way, try to glorify co-parenting. Oh well, you know, we can co-parent. I'm gonna tell you this, man. As a parent, your goal should not want to be co-parenting. Don't be happy about that. I see people a little bit too proud of that. You gotta go down to family court. You gotta file for custody. You gotta go in front of this white man and just be another statistic. Yeah, I'm getting, you know, you battling them now. You child support and all that. Nah, don't want that for yourself. That's why you choose the correct way. Now, I want to bring up something that a lot of people, you understand, don't really understand about the Bible. And that is God being okay with a man having more than one wife. And there's so many scriptures we can go to. Give me the one where it talks about the 7 women taking hold of one man. So a man having more than one wife is not a commandment for a man to do. All right. The scripture says everything that is lawful is not expedient. Meaning what? Just because you can eat beef doesn't mean that you should always do nothing but eat beef, because eventually you're going to get gout, right? Just because you can drink liquor doesn't mean that you should always drink liquor. Right. It's lawful to drink liquor, but you should definitely not want to always drink it. You understand? Or abuse it. When it comes down to a man having more than one wife, every man is not equipped to have more than one wife. Right. I'm gonna just be completely honest, because most men don't even know how to manage one woman. Right. Better yet, to try to get themselves 2. Right. In the I.S.U.P.K, this is always our stance. We don't recommend no man to get more than one wife if you're not in here. Right. If you're not in I.S.U.P.K, we don't recommend you to do it, because all we see is that you're going to do it the wrong way. Right. A man having more than one wife, he cannot make the women have sex with one another. No woman should see another woman's nakedness. Right. You understand? You can't have sex with both of them and all that. Right. They don't even have to all live in the same house. Right? But that man obligation, his responsibility with getting more than one woman is he must understand how to lead his family. Right. From the woman down to the kids. Right. If you feel as though that you ain't going to be able to give love to each one of them and be able to give love into them kids, then don't multiply yourself. Don't spread yourself out. Because what will happen is you're going to end up in council and you're going to be stressed out, and one going to want to leave and the other one is going to be a whole cluster. And you're going to be sitting there stressed out. I've seen this plenty of times. Brothers trying to do it and it just did not work, because they themselves wasn't prepared to do it. It wasn't structured enough. Especially if you're a brother in the school, I don't want to see no trooper. You know what I mean? I don't want to see no trooper in here. Really, I don't like seeing it. Now, if it happened, listen, it is what it is. That's what you do. But if you're a trooper, you shouldn't even be trying to multiply your house like that. You should be learning. Get some responsibility and take care of your business in here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, learn how to have responsibility over other people's families. Right? When you get rank up in here, you got to care about other people's families. Right? Are you a good leader amongst men? You get what I'm saying? that's why here in I.S.U.P.K, man, we are good husbands, even if we have more than one wife, because what we understand is, hey, we have to be there for our family as much as we being there for other people's families. We have to be the counselors of our women. We have to make sure that our woman is safe and grounded and secure, right? And feeling loved, right? Now, here's the thing, the sisters. You better remember, I told you, you better vet brothers, because you might talk to a brother, he might have a wife already. You better make sure that that brother is going to be able to have just as much attention on you as he has to the other wife.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Make sure that he's a fair brother. You got to make sure that you got to take your time to get to understand this brother. Like, okay, you see, you know, I see him around, he cool, but see, you got some tendencies that I wouldn't have seen. You know what I mean? If I didn't get to know you like this, you know what? Maybe I don't think that this might gonna work. I don't feel like I'm a little bit more, you know, you might be a little bit more wild. You know what I mean? You more, hey man, I like having fun. I like rock climbing. You know, you got sisters that's like that. Very adventurous. All that brother want to do when he get home and he got some time to himself, that brother want to sit in front of that TV and drink a beer and relax. You talking about rock climbing? That might not be the brother for you. You know what I mean? He might need a sister that is going, when they got downtime, you trying to watch that new episode of Power. Hey, look, I'll go get the popcorn. Hey, no sweat. All right, come on, we doing it. That couple probably is better to be together. You like the rock climb and, you know, you want to jump out of helicopters and all that. That brother ain't trying to do all that. So you always just want to vet, you understand? But polygamy is definitely lawful in the Bible, all right? And is lawful all throughout the Bible. Christ gave metaphors to the kingdom of heaven when he spoke about the one groom and the 10 brides. 5 women had their oil and they was prepared to be, you know, ribbed up, you know, getting married, meaning that man was going to tie fire, you understand, to that tail. And then the other 5, they wasn't prepared. You know, they didn't really care about that marriage, you understand, to that groom. And then once things hit the fan, they was like, oh, I need you to give me some oil. And they like, nah. Them other 5 was like, nah, I can't help you with that. You already knew what it was. I know what I'm getting tonight. I know what you ain't getting tonight. Christ gave a whole metaphor to a man having sex with more than one woman in one night, marrying all of them. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show you that. And Christ wasn't an evil man. Remember, we all know Christ is perfect, right? So Christ wouldn't give, you know, a metaphor to the kingdom of heaven, being prepared for the kingdom of heaven to something that's wicked. You good, sis. Read what you got. We got to hurry up and get up out of here.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 4 and verse 1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man.
7 women should take hold of what?
One man.
Take hold of one man, meaning what? It's going to come a time, you know what I mean? Especially these times, it's coming to those times where, again, we spoke about it, these men is tripping. They weak. You know what I mean? And they more in detail, they gay. So, you understand? You got these brothers, they not masculine enough to lead a family. You understand? More women is starting to understand, like, listen, I don't mind sharing my man. Don't believe the hype that you see on social media and all that. A lot of women don't mind sharing their man, because what they do understand, if they is with that man is never going to lead them. Like, if a woman get with a man inside this school here, one thing that woman is going to do is be happy when she has kids. Right. A lot of women in the world are afraid. They go through depression and have anxiety issues because when they even pregnant, they don't know if that man is going to leave them. They don't know if that man is going to, you know, say the hell with that kid. You know, they don't know what's going to happen. Right. They don't have security. But a man in this school, women is secure. They understand. Can you read?
Yes, sir. We will eat our own bread
They eat our own bread. You going?
and wear our own apparel.
Meaning what? Meaning that all that talk about, oh, well, you got to make this amount of money, this and that, this and that. Listen, women is getting to the point now where a lot of women not even giving a damn about what a man got in his pocket. She see this brother, he's a good brother. You understand? He's a good leader. You know what I mean? He's a good husband, a good father. You know what? I'm going to be with you. You understand? I don't give a damn about what you got in your pockets. I'm gonna give a damn what you got going. Like, look, I can feed myself, I can clothe myself. You know what I mean? I got my own house. You understand? And a lot of times, man, these sisters be so alone, man. Only thing they got is that damn cat food in their house. You know what I mean? Women is out here sad and alone with a lot of money. A lot of them, they didn't work all their life to get to a certain part of their life, and they are alone. Now that sister that been with that brother and they've been doing everything for them kids, and you know they might not have the big house and all the big cars like that sister might have. But let me tell you this: they in love, they happy. That man take care of his family. You know what I mean? Now she come across this brother. She like, listen, man. I've been checking you up. You know what I mean? That sister, she like, listen, man, just take away my reproach. Take away my stupidity. Take away my sadness. Take away my loneliness, man. Let me be with you. You understand? Because I tried to get with these men out here. I tried to get with the man that was successful. I tried to do all that. And they was all trash. You understand? They was all trash. A woman is coming to the men of the Lord in droves. I'm trying to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? One brother, I ain't gonna say his name. He's like, man, listen, man, I be having to turn them down a lot, man. They look, man, they be on me. You get what I'm saying? But that's what times we in. 7 women cleaving into one man because his leadership is at an all-time low. Look around. It's hard to find a good man nowadays. You know, a lot of women, they say, oh, well, you know, I got a lot of people be trying to talk to me. And me, you know, I'm petty. I'm like, a lot of men be trying to talk to you, but is they worth it? You know what I mean? Is they good men? You don't know that. How you know? They just in your DM. They hollering at you from the car. I guess because they got, you know, you just getting their attention. I think that's what matters the most. Okay, no sweat. You understand? Give me Exodus 21:10. We gotta hurry up.
Yes, sir.
You got it?
Right now, sir. Got it.
All right.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
If he take him another wife,
If he what?
if he take him another wife,
If he take him another wife, so he got one, and now you take him another wife. This is the Lord explaining the rules of engagement when you have more than one wife. There's always rules for everything. All right. And the Lord had to make sure that a man that had more than one wife, he had to be regulated. He had to regulate multiple wives, marriages. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying, like the Lord put the man in check, especially the woman in check, so that it can be order among Israel. Go on.
her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Yeah. So if he get another woman, again, he still gotta love his other wife. Right. You know, a lot of times, you got men that's weak. You know, they'll get the new woman and then they'll leave the old woman in the dust, and that's wrong. Why would you do that? Like, that's your wife, dog. Like, don't be a weirdo. Don't be a nut. That's your wife. You love your wife. You take care of her. Right. You know, you don't stop taking care of your your other wife because now you got a new one. That's some sucker activity. Like you don't do that, and the Lord is letting it be known, like yo, you can't do that at all. You understand? If you do, you are definitely in punish. You know what I mean? You definitely in trouble of judgment. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And if he do not these three unto her, then she shall go out free without money.
Say it one more time.
That's the next verse.
All
And
right, so hold on. Give me Deuteronomy 21 and 15. We're gonna run through this and then we're gonna flip it.
yes, sir. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 15. Come on. If a man have two wives, one beloved and the other hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and if the firstborn son be hers that was hated, verse 16, then it shall be when he maketh his sons to inherit that which he hath, that he may not make the son of the beloved firstborn before the son of the hated.
So you get inheritance. Usually, always go to the firstborn. That's what it's usually supposed to go to, unless they just straight up out of pocket. You know what I mean? Then you can kind of rearrange the inheritance. Right. But when it comes down to just basic who the inheritance go to, just because you love this wife more than this one, like you don't really like this wife like that, you know what I mean? But you know, you love this one, and now because you have this love for her more, you want to the child that y'all have together, you want to now pour more into that child and give that child the inheritance. God said not, the Most High said not to do that. If you do that, you're in trouble with judgment. You know what I mean? Judgment is definitely going to come to you. Right. You don't do that. You do it the correct way. You give it to who is supposed to go to by right. You understand? By right, it's supposed to go to the oldest. And this is just laws about when a man has more than one wife. Now, in today's society, because of the Roman Catholic Church, because of the Romans themselves, what they did was they implemented monogamous marriages. Now, mind you, you can do all types of manner sexual deviance in under the Romans, right? You can be a homosexual, you can do all that, but legally you couldn't have more than one wife. And throughout Rome, they always trying to find a way. Well, being under the Romans, they always trying to find a way to take us away from serving our God, right? So when Christ came on the scene, Christ said, you can't put away a woman unless she have had sex with another man, right? Because men was throwing away their wives so that they can go get the other wife. So they throw away that wife instead of them having both women. He said, yo, you can't throw her away just because you want to get the new one. You get what I'm saying? And when you look at the culture of the Romans, it all goes back to paganism. It all goes back to homosexuality. It all goes back to some type of sexual deviancy. And when it comes down to polygamy, right, that was the way of the world at one point in time. And when men had more than one wife, it was always understood that that man was the leader, right? And here in the I.S.U.P.K, we condone it, but we don't condone it for everybody. You understand? It's lawful. Should everybody go get another wife because it's lawful? No, we don't believe that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, as a sister, here's the thing. If you're single and you know you're dealing with a brother, if you feel like he got another wife and you feel like, I don't want to get a man that got another wife and I don't want to get a man that want to have another wife, then that's your prerogative. It's not a sin. It's not a sin. If that's what you want, cool. Here's the thing. If you with a man and he does decide to get another wife, you cannot leave him because he get another wife. Right. You cannot leave him. Oh, he got another wife, so I'm leaving. All you're going to do, I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. You're going to go get with another man. You know what that man is going to do? He's going to get another woman. But here's the difference. It might also be another man. And he's not marrying them. He's not going to submit, he's not going to take on that woman as his wife and go night. The man, you understand? I don't know what you're going to do with that, but he's going to have sex with that man and he's going to have sex with that woman. He's going to have sex with prostitutes. He's going to have sex with prostitutes. He's going to do all manner of sickness with other women. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to watch pornography. He's going to love porn. You understand? He's going to get high. He's going to do what men do in the world. Now, if you get a man that is in the truth and he might up getting another wife, go get counsel. It could be a situation where you need to get counsel on it, right? But to just now leave that man, no. And that's the rules. And that's why picking a man is important. You understand what I'm saying? Picking a good man is important. You understand? But always want to make sure that you keep the culture first. That this Bible is our culture. You understand? The Bible is our way of life. That's the real solution for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. And trust and believe me, if we understood polygamy and we understood the power behind it, if we were to do it the right way, I guarantee you we would not be filling up the goddamn family court system. Right. We would not be filling up the family court system. You know why? Because families will stick together. You understand? If we keep God's commandments, Black and brown people will stick together. We won't be getting bamboozled by somebody dangling a bag of crack over our head. Right. You understand? We'll look at it and be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Get that out of our face. You understand? So with that being said, man, we're going to end it here. I definitely thank y'all for tuning in. You understand? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And with that, shalom.